Hi everyone, it's JoJo, and I am back with another of the TEMU fabric tutorial. And this is going to be another flower, and this one's going to be different. However, I'm still using up, I got a ton of fabric from TEMU, and the link will be down below. And I have the bigger fabric as well. But today I'm still using up my polka dotted pieces. So let me lay everything aside and out of our way for a minute. Get my little board up here. I need to get my ruler out. And I use a metal ruler. This one's got cork on one side. And I really like it because it helps keep everything from moving. So I have two pieces of these pretty pink polka dots. And I'm just going to line them up. And I'm going to fold them in half. Just kind of finger press it and fold them in half again. So it'll be like this. I'm going to lay my, it's 1.5 inch circle. That's basically what I work with on these squares. They're 3.9 centimeters. So it's just like 0.01 from being 4 by 4. But I'm just going to take and cut this circle out. All the way around. Now each one of my flowers, they might look a little similar, but they're all made a bit different. So I hope that you enjoy, my flower tutorials. If not, please let me know if you're sick of them. I've really enjoyed making these flowers. So I have 8 of these cut now, but I only need 7. But I'm going to lay them all out here, so make sure they're face up. The only reason they don't have to be, the only reason I do that, I'm going to lay this one aside. I'll use it in another project. But the reason I lay them face up is so that way I know where it's at whenever I start. Because they're so similar, the back and the front look so much alike. I don't want to confuse it as I go. So I'm going to take my circle and I'm going to fold it in half. Just kind of crease it. And I'm going to take this one and fold it halfway up that way. And this side I'm just going to flip to the back. So it's kind of like a double cone. If you look at, shoot, if I can hold on to it. But if you look at it this way, there's 2 cones. There's a cone here and a cone here. So it's just fold in half, flip one side halfway up, and then the other side backwards. And then I'm going to put my needle in right here at the point, all through both of them, and pull it through and lay it down. And then the next one I'm going to do the same way. Fold it in half, do like a finger press, and then fold this one halfway over and flip. If you have to, flip it over so that way you can do the other half over. And then we're going to just put this close to the point and poke it through. So it's like this. And we're just going to pull this down our length of thread. We did one similar the other day. I've just been playing with these because we did one where we folded it this way and back over, but this time we're flipping it backwards. Just gives a little bit of a different look. Trying to keep from poking myself. Don't like needles. Don't like the poke. We could do all 8, but it just, I think it adds a little bit too much. Look at me. This needle is about dull, but I've been using it. I'm going to have to, so whenever I get needles that are really dull, you could jab them into like a piece of aluminum foil that you roll up into a ball. However, I like to just kind of scrape mine across a piece of sandpaper, or sometimes I'll take it outside and just kind of scrape it around on the cement on my porch step. And sometimes, you know, usually it makes it a lot sharper. I almost had that one backwards. I hope everyone is doing well, and hope that you're all looking forward to Father's Day weekend. Be my second Father's Day without my biological dad and my bonus dad. So that's kind of different, but yeah, you just gotta keep moving forward. Sometimes hard, but you just gotta keep going forward. So yeah, I'll poke that all through there. And then now that we're to the end, I like to put my needle down and try to straighten these around so that way the points are all up, going the same direction. Get you in there. Okay, so at this point in my other video, you've seen me where I came and took my needle and I went back through here. Well, this time I'm going to pull on my knot, and I am going to carefully try to tie this in a knot right here. I'm going to pull my knot to the back side, and then I'm going to take, and I don't know what kind of knot it is, but I like to go through twice and pull tight, and then do one more knot. And then I clip my threads, and I'm left with this. That's pretty as it is. So it would be up to you if you want to just, you know, add your center and leave it as is. But me, I like to take my wire brush, and I like to just kind of go around my edges and just rough it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's up to you on what you like. I just kind of like mine kind of shabby. I call it shabby. And this doesn't take too long, you know. I mean, it's just something added. I like to make up a whole bunch when I'm making the flowers. I've got a whole big container full, and a plastic bag full that I've got to do this too. But make up a bunch, and then I go through and I brush it all out, and then I go back through and some of them I add bling to. Most of the time I wait until I'm ready to do my project, so I know what bling, or if I want to stack a couple of these, because we could make a stacked flower. So that's good enough for me. So I'm going to lay this one aside, and let's see, do I have another small piece? Here I have this one that stripes. So I think that I'm just going to eyeball this one. I'll show you a stacked flower. Fold this in half. I'll fold it in half again. And I think I'm going to go, let's see, do I want to go twice more? So let me, I don't need that many pieces. So that's why I'm doing a little bit different. So I've got 4 pieces here, 2 in each from where I folded it twice. So I'm just going to take, yeah, there is 2 here, I promise. 2 pieces. So I'm going to take these, and I think I'm going to fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And then I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to take and just kind of eyeball a circle. Yeah, I'm not good at cutting circles without a template, so I'll probably have more of a funky oval or egg type shape, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to leave it there. Looks like an egg. And then again, I'm going to pull out my pieces. So there we have 8 pieces. For this one, I think I'm just going to use 5 pieces. Sorry, I've got the black mat under here, trying to keep the glare from my overhead light. Hopefully I get that fixed, so that way I have a different setup soon. So it doesn't matter that my knot is crazy and big, because I'm going to probably pull on it anyway. But for this one, I think I'm going to go in, come out like almost center, and go back in at the center and come out at the end. And this is going to kind of give me like a scrunched petal. And I'm going to do that with all of these. See how they don't fold in half right because they're not cut right, but they're in a perfect circle. But flowers aren't perfect. When you try to make them absolutely perfect, they look fake. So we will just see how this one turns out. So I'm going up into the fabric. I'm going to go back down almost in the middle, come right back up close to it, and then go back down near the edge. Hope everybody out there is doing well. It's been kind of crazy in my life here lately, but I'll be okay, right? We just got to be okay, that's all. So, let's see, one more. I think this will work. If not, I'll add another one or two. So I want to make sure that these are, you know, all my points are pointing down. They look more like points. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab my knot and pull it out. And then I'm going to knot this here. I'll pull it tight. I'm going to bring my thread up to the back and kind of try to get it as close to the center as I can, so that way I can do another knot here. Tie my thread off. And I'll do one more. And then I'm going to cut my thread. See, I should have this closer so I can put my needle in it. Have it out of my way. And then I'm going to just kind of take and straighten this out a little bit. See what side I like the best. And I'm just going to use my brush. Scraggle those edges a little bit. This one is a gold brush. It's not the one that I usually use. But be careful while you're doing this and don't look up, look away. Make sure you watch what you're doing, because if you hit your finger with those, they hurt very much. Experience here. Whenever you're working with needles or something dangerous, make sure to pay attention, because I'm telling you, you get to sting. Okay, that's good enough for me here. So I will clean this up here shortly. Just lay this on top. My glue's not showing it very well, but you can use hot glue or you can use Fabri-Tac glue. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I like the way that when Fabri-Tac dries on these, it doesn't dry really hard, as opposed to the hot glue. But so far, my hands aren't letting it. See if my paper here will show better. My camera's not getting, I'm sorry about the shadow and the blur. But so far, that's what we have. And then I have some bling here. And let's see, do I like this better? Let's see if this will show if I put this here. Put this one. I'm gonna have to get some different kind of bling. Oh, you know, I think I actually like that pearl. So I will add that little pearl right there in the center. There we go. Sorry about, like I said, sorry about the shadow, but there's our little layered. You can see it's not real thick, but see how these puff the way that we did them, those kind of puff. And you can play with these and make them as fluffy as you want. And if you want to get really fancy, you could add bigger flowers underneath it and make a big layered flower that will look perfect and beautiful on the front of a junk journal. Now, what I have done also with these flowers is, do you remember whenever I got my TEMU package? Sorry, it's going to be crinkly. I got all of these ball pins. They're also called crochet stitch markers. I should have gotten out a few. There's a pretty pink one. Sorry about that. But you could take, and you could make another flower and glue to the back of this so you have a flower on both sides, or you could just take and put the ball pin through a few layers. But don't make me into a liar. So there we've got it through a few layers. And we have a flower dangle. Look really pretty, hanging off of the side edge of a book. Or you could glue these to like a paper clip and make it into an altered paper clip. I will show some ideas with some of these flowers in the near future. So I hope you like this video. Please click like and subscribe, and leave me a message and let me know if you're getting burned out on the flower on the flowers. If not, I will be back with more flowers. Thank you so much for watching. You all have a great day and a great and safe weekend, and remember to be kind to one another. Bye bye.